Welcome back to Emperor Estates, your go-to guide for mastering CAM financial responsibilities. In today's session, we're diving into two powerful pillars of association finance: control of funds and reserve fund management. Let's start with how funds are handled, tracked, and protected within a community association. All funds collected by an association must be maintained in accounts titled in that association's own name. This ensures clarity, separation, and transparency in financial operations. Reserve funds and operating funds must never be mixed, except for legal investment purposes. Even developers controlling an HOA are prohibited from mixing association money with business or other community funds. Now, let's talk about fund accounting. When an association manages both operating and reserve funds, each one must have its own financial statements. For reserve funds, the statement must show the starting balance for each account at the beginning of the year. It should also list the total amount added during the year. Next, it records how much was spent from each account. Finally, it reflects the balance remaining at the end of the year for each reserve category. For the operating fund, more detailed financial reports are required. These include the accountant's or auditor's report, balance sheet, and cash flow statement. Also included are revenue and expense reports, changes in fund balances, and explanatory notes. Let's break down the components of a balance sheet using fund accounting. Each balance sheet should clearly separate the operating and reserve funds. It must list the association's assets, liabilities, and total fund balances. Assets are anything of value the association owns. Typical assets include bank accounts, petty cash, investments, unpaid assessments, prepaid insurance, and utility deposits. It may also include physical property such as furniture, fixtures, or real estate. Liabilities are amounts the association owes. These might include unpaid bills, assessments received before the due date, long-term loans, or deferred revenues. Reserve obligations are also classified as liabilities. The fund balance, or equity, is calculated as assets minus liabilities. This shows the association's net worth at a particular moment in time. So how much should go into reserves each year? The annual contribution to each reserve account is calculated using the item's estimated replacement cost divided by its estimated useful life. This formula ensures reserves grow steadily and responsibly over time. The association's governing documents, bylaws, and Florida statutes define the association's duty to budget and fund reserves. Following these rules ensures both legal compliance and financial stability. What about using those reserve funds? Funds held in reserve accounts may only be spent on their designated purpose. Roofing reserves must be spent on roofing. Paving reserves must go toward resurfacing pavement. Painting reserves must fund building painting. Using reserves for any other purpose is strictly prohibited, unless the members approve it by a majority vote at a properly called meeting. Transparency, accountability, and precision are the golden rules in CAM financial management. By maintaining clean accounts and respecting reserve boundaries, CAMs build trust with homeowners and boards. Always remember, control of funds and proper reserve use is not just financial best practice, it's the law. Ready for more clarity on financial reporting and assessments? Then you're one step closer to becoming a CAM finance pro. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Emperor Estates for more expert CAM training and real-world management insights. Drop a comment with Control and Reserve Mastered if you've got this down. Explore the rest of our YouTube empire: Emperor University, Emperor Artificial Intelligence, AI, Emperor Science and Fiction, Sci-Fi, Emperor Nature, Emperor Aviation, Emperor Entertainment, and Emperor Music. CAM Finance. HOA budgeting. Reserve funds. Florida CAM. CAM training. Community association. Manager. CAM exam prep. Association accounting. Emperor Estates.